Callum. Oh, hi, didn't see you there. Dad, wake up.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. How's it going? Wow. Oh, wow, sorry, I must have nodded off there. I'm Mr. Goldsmith, along with my interns, C Fresh and My, and we're here, and as you can see, we're down in our den, and I'm here to talk to my college prep seniors about what we're going to be doing in school for the next rest of the year.
Got that right.
Which is this book here, which is called And Then There Were None. I've written explanations on the blog, on my website. You guys can stay if you want, or you can sit down.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
You can definitely be part of this.
Cool.
And I encourage you to make sure you read everything carefully, okay? The book is very good, and I'm not going to go through where to get it or how to get it, because if you read the website, you'll see it very clearly, and I don't want to waste your time with stuff that you can easily read. I do want to share 3 things that we will be doing with this book that I want you to keep in mind. This is a mystery, okay? Written by Agatha Christie, who is probably one of the, I'd say she's the most famous mystery writer ever. Would you say that's true?
I have no clue.
I think so. Yes. All right.
Sure.
She's
No
very.
clue who she is.
Anyway, the premise of the book is really cool, and I'm going to explain in a second. There are 3 things I want you to look at. Number 1, there's a lot of vocab in the story that you might not know. It's an easy read, but there's some old-fashioned words. I posted some on the website today. Number 2, I want you to recall what we've done with literary devices, things like conflict, symbolism, foreshadow, a lot of that in mysteries, a lot of conflict, a lot of foreshadow in mysteries. And the third thing is, I'm going to, not with today's blog entry, but with like the next one, I'm going to put sort of like a chart that I want you to keep, because this is a story that involves a bunch of people on an island. And Callum and Myra, actually, they don't realize this, but I actually want to read it with them. I think it's really cool. Because the premise is so cool. It's called And Then There Were None. And the reason it's called And Then There Were None is because it's based on an old poem about these American Indians who all died in certain ways. There's no American Indians in the book. It's just the poem. Google the poem and you'll see it. Anyway, there are all these people who are invited to a place called Indian Island off the coast of England. Really rough seas, very cold water, very cold place. And they're all invited to the island, and they don't know why. They don't know why they've been invited there. They also don't know who each other am, whatever. So, in other words, they're all strangers, and they get to the island, and they kind of look, and they're like, "Hi, my name's Jared. What's your name?" Dirk Dieter. Nice to meet you. What's your connection to this place? Hi, Myra. What's your connection to this place? Right? No one knows why they're there. But one of the things that happens is, after the first night, somebody wakes up dead. Of course, you can't wake up dead, but you get what I mean. And somebody dies. And what they notice is that the person died according to the way the poem describes it. The next day, someone else will die according to the way the poem suggests it. So it's very tricky. They look all over the island. They are the only ones on the island. So what that means is the killer is among them. So it would be like if we were in class. I'm going to use like one of my classes. Who can I call out? Okay, we got Lexi Tripp, and we've got Garrett Choate, and we've got Myra Goldsmith and Callum Goldsmith, and we're all in a room, and one of us is the killer, but no one knows who it is. So obviously, tension is very high. People are trying to figure out who's the killer. The killer is one of them. How is he or she doing it? And it's very suspenseful. And I just want to say one more thing. The first chapter is all little mini chapters. What's going on is all these people are taking the train or a boat to the island, and they're all wondering what they're doing there. One last thing is all of them have been accused and been on trial for a crime that they may or may not have committed. But at any rate, every one of these people has been accused and has gone to court and has stood trial and has been cleared by a judge and a jury. But someone still thinks they're guilty. Okay, so why don't you guys sit down,
Okay, Dad.
please, okay? And what I want to do...
5.5 minutes.
Okay, I'm at 5 minutes. I just want to do like a couple of pages just so you get the gist of what's going on, okay? Listen, please, don't be disruptive anymore. Thank you. It's just like real school. All right, so at this point, if you want to get your book or just online or something you can read, I will send you to the virtual office.
Okay.
And virtual Hensby will come and put a smackdown on you.
Is that Callum?
Virtual Hensby?
Now you're at 6 minutes.
Okay.
Just so you know.
In the corner of a first-class smoking carriage, Mr. Justice Wargrave, lately retired from the bench, puffed at a cigar and ran an interested eye through the political news and the Times. He laid down the paper and glanced out of the window. They were now running through Somerset. That's a part of England. He glanced at his watch. Another 2 hours to go. He went over in his mind all that had happened and appeared in the papers about this place, Indian Island. There had been its original purchase by an American millionaire who was crazy about yachting, and an account of the luxurious modern house he had built on this little island off the Devon coast. The unfortunate fact that the new third wife of the American millionaire was a bad sailor had led to the subsequent putting up of the house and the island for sale. Various glowing advertisements of it appeared in the papers. Then came the first bald statement that it had been bought by a Mr. Owen. You'll find that every one of these characters has been brought to the island by a person named Mr. Owen. No one knows who it is. After that, the rumors of the gossip writers had started. Indian Island had really been bought by Miss Gabrielle Turrell, the Hollywood film star. She wanted to spend some months there free from all publicity. Busy Bee, that's a paper, had hinted delicately that it was to be an abode for royalty. Mr. Merriweather had it whispered to him that it had been bought for a honeymoon. Young Lord L had surrendered to Cupid at last. Jonas knew for a fact that it had been purchased by the Admiralty with a view to carrying out some hush-hush experiments. Basically, a long time ago, before we had shows like, just trying to think of like just news shows where they always talk about celebrity gossip. It was all done in the papers. So what I want to do, because my kids are driving me crazy, is I want to stop there. And I want you just to realize in the reading assignment that like every one of the Roman numeral little sections of the chapter are individual people who are going to the island, all for different reasons, all they think for different reasons, but you'll see very quickly that they all are there for the same reason. Okay, check the website. I'm going to have some virtual office hours so that you can chime in and ask questions, and that's all I got for today. All right, thanks folks.